All right, guys, Coach Kyle here with Straight Fire. For you CrossFitters out there, the rep scheme is very familiar with Annie, except for it being Annie's a couplet, this is a triplet. So it's gonna be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. So you're gonna do bike, row, or row cows. So you're gonna do 50 of those. Then you're gonna do 50 double unders, or if you're doing singles, you'll do 100 singles. Then you'll do 50 mountain climbers. So we'll go over all that in the warm up, no big deal. Then you'll do 40 of all those movements, 30, 20, 10. Which is gonna be however much time it took you to complete that. So however much time you think, just put a little bit longer on the clock, let it run, and then whatever you finish it at, that's your time completed. All right, so straight fire. So what I wanna start with is we're gonna grab that jump rope. Now, if you don't have a jump rope at home, we could substitute something like a plate jump or something like that, like a small jump. We don't want to be doing like a box jump or anything like that. So something maybe you'd stack like the width of like one of the rubber 45 plates, maybe, I don't know, 4 to 6 inches, no more than that, okay? So if you do have a jump rope, we're gonna start, you can hold that. And what I want you to do is you see my feet, I wanna rock up into those toes, then back into the heels, and then inside, outside. Sometimes I go like this, kind of going side to side. So heels, inside, outside. Toes, heels, inside, outside. Roll through that a few times. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on our singles for a minute. So just a jump rope, no big deal. We wanna keep the elbows in, just like this at the side, hands out in the front. So when I move these and I'm looking straight ahead, I can see it in my peripheral vision. So what we're gonna do there, keep everything nice and tall, just jumping. We're gonna do some singles. Driving that rope from the wrist. So it's like this, it's not this, it's not this. You don't wanna fatigue your shoulders, just drive it from the wrist. So we're gonna do a minute of singles, just like that, okay? Then once you complete that, I want you to shorten the jump. So the jump's gonna be shorter. We're gonna be moving that rope faster. So how we move the rope faster? Spinning the wrist quicker. So from here, you can hear the difference in the rope. I'm starting to move my wrist faster, okay? So you do that for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna do power jumps. So the power jump is a taller jump, getting you ready for that double under. So what we wanna do is we wanna jump nice and tall. So the speed of the rope is gonna slow down. So it's gonna be, so same thing, driving from that wrist. You don't wanna be like this, wrists, wrists, just like that, okay? So 30 seconds of power jumps. Then I want you to try this. We're gonna do 30 seconds of single, single, double. This is a good tool for people that don't have double unders. This is how a lot of people learn, doing single, single, double. So it's gonna be single, single, double, single, single, double. Notice I didn't go like this, wrist, 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 okay? Then what I want you to do after the 30 seconds of that, put a minute on the clock. Practice your doubles, whether it's gonna be double single, double single, whatever you're going for your first double under, whatever it may be. Just practice it for a minute. Keeping those arms in, driving from the wrist, okay? Staying nice and tall. Try not to let the feet go like this, like a pike or like a donkey kick or anything like that. Jump straight up and down, okay? Couple things I could suggest. Play with the timing of the rope. Everybody thinks that they have to whip this rope around like crazy. Slow it down, speed it up. Play with the timing of the rope. That could make the world of difference from you not getting double unders to you hitting your first double under. So give that a try. Try to play with the speed of the rope, just like we did with the warm up. The regular, the fast, and then the power jumps. It's all 3 different speeds of the rope, okay? So remember that when you're practicing. So now that we have our doubles, like I said, we're just gonna practice them for a minute. If you have doubles, try to see if you can go for the minute unbroken, or try to see how many you can get done in that minute, okay? So Now that we've done that, I want to move on to the mountain climbers. So we're going to come down into a down dog position, and we're going to walk those heels out, pressing those heels down into the ground. This is going to be a nice, good little stretch after we just got done doing all those jump ropes. So we're going to do that a few times, and then drop the hips, and kind of turn side to side, hang out there, then pop back up. Same thing, pedal those heels out. Go through that a few times. Your calves are probably gonna be a little tight from the 2.5 to 3 minutes of jump roping that we just did. So keep that in mind. Now, what I want you to do is start with mountain climbers, going slow, and then build your speed up. So I would maybe do, maybe 6 on the slower side, then maybe another 6 like medium speed, and then do 10 at a fast speed. So from here, just switch, and then start to pick it up, and then. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get that knee to that elbow, okay? So now that we've got those two movements, now what I want to do is I want to do a quick warm up on the bike and then a quick pick drill for the rower for you guys. So we're going to start with the bike. Setting up that bike, make sure the seat is about hip high when you're getting on the bike. You don't want to have the leg lock out completely at the bottom. You want to have a slight bend in the knee, okay? So, if you have a bike, you're familiar with the bike. On the monitor, you're going to see something that says watts, okay? This is going to be important during this warm-up. So I'm just going to get this bike going using my arms and legs. I'm leaning into that bike, turning at my hip. Just a nice slow pace. We're going to hang out there. Just like that. Then we're going to go for about 30 seconds. Then what I want to do is I want to drive the watts up to over 200. Same thing, try to go for another 30 seconds. Go up to 300, try to go for another 30 seconds. 400, 500, try to keep going for as long as you can. If you start to fall off and drop down below, just take a step off of the bike and try repeating it, okay? Now, for the pick drill. When we're setting up the rower, we want to make sure that the strap goes across right where our last shoelace is. Then we're going to strap that foot in, check that damper, and make sure the damper is around a 5. So we get strapped in. I want to start at the front. So chest nice and tall, feet firmly planted on the rower, arms straight out. From here, I'm going to drive with the legs only. So legs for 5. Then I'm going to do legs, hip, keeping those arms straight, then closing the hip, and then legs. Legs, hip, hip, legs for 5. Then once we get there, legs, hip, arms, arms, hip, legs. So it's going to be legs, legs, hip, and then legs, hip, arms. So I want you to go through that 3 times. 5 of legs, 5 of legs, hip, 5 of legs, hip, arms. Roll through that 3 times. Then once you finish, finish out whatever you have left in the 500, and then continue that out for your warm-up. Hope you guys have fun with this workout, and have a great day.